And it has nailed. Last year, I think I got 13 out of 14.
So over the course of how long you've been doing this, when it gets to the end of the year and it gets to playoff time, are the playoff teams pretty much like point differential power rankings, like determine the playoff teams for you? Have you noticed that is what I'm asking?
I don't know if you're leading me into a certain answer. Are you genuinely asking that?
Genuinely, like, does this really cater itself to how the NFL season unfolds, which teams end up being most competitive at the end and get into the playoffs? Is that why you like doing this?
Exactly. And this is the third season I've done it, to be clear. Actually, I did some Instagram stuff where I basically would use point differentials usually I'd start after week 3. So go week 3, 4, 5, and 6, just those weeks. After week 6, you look at just point differentials and you predict the playoffs from there. And it has nailed. Last year, I think I got 13 out of 14.
Wow.
And then the year before that, I swear it was like 12 and 14, maybe 11 out of 14. So, and that's not exactly like division winners. That was just who would make the playoffs.
Okay.
Last year, it got very close to the last week to where it was seed for seed.
Yeah,
so
I vaguely remember that.
And we'll do this again this year. We're just starting after week 2 instead of week 3 because I can't wait to do it. And but it is kind of a gambling thing.
Okay.
It's a way to say, look, man, if you want to put money on these teams just to make the playoffs individually, you're gonna win some money, regardless of how
interesting.
Obviously the odds for the Bills making the playoffs or whatever, Eagles making the playoffs, you're not gonna. It's what 1 to 10 or whatever. So yeah,
it has me thinking about baseball too, real quick. Run differential and point differential in basketball. I wonder if it transcends kind of all sports, like where you are each week in terms of beating an opponent, or are you losing to an opponent and it's close, so it's not really affecting your differential over the course of a season. Like, it's probably a really good indicator of how competitive a team is.
And I think what made me start it was like, I was like, look, it matters if you've lost a game 40-7.
Yeah.
Because your team didn't come back. And that says something about your team. Like, there's something broken there.
Good point.
So I think that's what kind of instigated it. And then you have, and we'll get to the best and worst, who's the worst 2-0 team based on point differential? And it'll tell you something, right? Yeah. Who's the best 0-2 team?
Yeah.
So I think these can really kind of guide us going forward.